All right, so you're getting ready for some teacher interviews.
Oh, yeah.
And let's face it, those can be super nerve-wracking.
Definitely.
But this deep dive is going to give you a serious edge.
Okay.
We're going deep into this awesome guide from Indeed.com.
Oh, cool.
It's got 50 teacher interview questions and like sample answers and everything.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, think of it like your ultimate cheat sheet.
Okay.
Not just for answering questions, but like really nailing them
Hmm.
and showing them why you are an amazing teacher.
I love that.
So what's really cool about this guide is that it goes like way beyond just giving you the quote unquote right answers.
Say.
It helps you understand like the strategy behind every single question.
Interesting.
It's almost like a masterclass in teacher interview psychology.
Yeah, like what are they actually looking for when they ask that?
Exactly. So it's not just about what you say, but how you say it
Right.
and what it reveals about you.
It's like reading between the lines,
Yeah.
you know? Like they want to see who you really are as a teacher.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So the guide highlights 3 big things that employers look for:
Okay, let's hear it.
relevant skills,
Okay.
qualifications,
Mm-hmm.
and that super tricky thing we call culture fit.
Yeah. Culture fit.
Okay, let's break those down a little bit.
Sure.
Skills, we kind of get that. But like what kind of skills are we talking about beyond just the basics?
Beyond just like, how to write on a chalkboard.
Right, exactly.
So think about, what makes you stand out.
Okay.
What's special about you as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
The guide actually mentions bilingual teaching.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great example.
That's huge.
If you can speak another language, that's a major asset.
Because schools are becoming more and more diverse.
Exactly.
Right.
The more languages you know,
Yeah.
the more students you can connect with.
Okay, qualifications. That's more like your resume stuff, right?
Yes, exactly.
Degrees,
Yeah,
certifications.
all that good stuff. But it's also about how your experience lines up with the school's specific needs
Right.
and values.
Yes, every school is different.
Every school has its own personality.
Yeah.
Some might be super into tech integration.
Yeah.
Others might be all about hands-on learning.
Right.
So do your research.
Okay.
Figure out what the school is all about and tailor your answers
Okay.
to show that you're a match made in heaven.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So it's like matchmaking for teachers.
Exactly.
Okay.
Find your perfect school.
Okay, now this culture fit thing.
Uh-huh.
It sounds kind of vague.
I know, right?
What does that even mean for teachers?
It's about showing that you're not just going to be like a competent teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but that you'll be like a great colleague
Okay.
and a positive force in the school community.
Right.
Like they want someone who's going to fit in and contribute to the overall vibe of the school,
Right.
Okay. So the guide lists things like dependability,
Okay.
responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
innovation,
Yeah.
creativity, patience, adaptability, teamwork.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Basically, all the things that make a teacher not just competent, but truly awesome.
Right.
Like-
Like they want someone who's going to go above and beyond.
So it's about showing your personality too,
Yeah.
right? Like you're someone they'd actually want to work with, not just
Yeah.
someone who can check all the boxes.
Exactly.
And don't underestimate the importance of enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you genuinely love what you do, it's going to shine through.
Absolutely.
And that's magnetic.
Totally. People can feel it.
Okay, I'm already feeling more confident. But let's get into the actual questions themselves.
Okay, let's do it.
Some of these interview questions.
All right.
Let's start with the classic opener.
Okay.
Why do you want to teach?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It seems simple,
It does.
but it's your chance to really connect
Yeah.
with the interviewers on a personal level.
Make them feel something. I bet a lot of people just go with the generic, I love kids answer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right.
It's an easy answer,
Yeah.
but it's a missed opportunity.
Okay.
The guide gives a great example about a teacher being inspired by their own high school algebra teacher.
Oh, wow.
This teacher didn't just explain equations. They helped this person see their own potential,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
And it's a powerful story because it goes beyond just a love for kids.
Right.
It shows that you understand the impact that a teacher can have.
Right.
You know.
So the takeaway here is to connect your inspiration to your unique teaching vision.
Exactly.
It's like saying, this is why I teach,
Yeah.
and this is the kind of impact I want to have.
It's about showing them you're not just filling a position,
Right.
you're fulfilling a calling.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking notes. What's the next question we should tackle?
Let's talk about what makes you a good fit for this school.
Oh, this one feels like a trap. You want to be enthusiastic about the school,
Right.
But you don't want to sound like you're just reading off their website.
Yeah, you don't want to sound like a robot.
Right, exactly.
So it's a balancing act for sure.
Yeah.
The key takeaway here is to show you've done your research
Mm-hmm.
and that you understand the school's unique strengths
Okay.
and challenges.
So go beat on the website.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at their social media,
Mm-hmm.
local news articles,
Okay.
even try to connect with current teachers if you can.
Wow. That's going up above and beyond.
Yeah, it shows you're really interested.
Right.
And you've taken the time to learn about their community.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Okay, and then once you've done all that research,
Yeah.
then,
Then here's where the strategy comes in.
okay.
You want to identify a specific challenge that the school is facing
Okay.
and show how your skills and experience
Mm-hmm.
make you the solution to that challenge.
Oh, I see.
It's not just I'm great.
Right.
It's I'm great for you.
Okay, next question.
Right.
What characteristics do students want their teachers to possess?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Do they really ask that?
They do.
Wow.
And it's a great opportunity to show empathy.
Okay.
You're not just listing qualities.
Right.
You're showing that you understand what it's like to be a student.
So it's like putting yourself back in their shoes.
Exactly.
Like remembering what it was like to be a kid in that desk.
Yes.
Yearning for a teacher who, gets you.
Gets you.
Right.
The guide gives a good example
Okay.
about being dedicated and approachable.
Oh, okay.
Students want teachers who are passionate about their subjects.
Yeah.
And who create a safe space for learning.
That makes total sense.
Right.
Kids can spot a phony a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
They want someone who's real
Mhm.
and who cares.
Exactly.
And what about different types of learners?
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
Right.
Don't forget about adaptability.
Okay.
Every student is different. And a good teacher can adjust their approach
Right.
to meet those individual needs.
So true.
What worked for one student might not work for another.
Yeah.
You need to be flexible
Okay.
and willing to try different approaches.
All right. I'm getting a real sense now of how to approach these questions.
Good.
It's not about just giving the right answer. It's about showing them who you are as a teacher.
Exactly.
Okay. And that brings us to another common question.
Okay.
How does a teacher's personality affect their success?
Oh, that's a good one.
This one's all about highlighting those qualities
Mhm.
that make a great teacher.
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about things like patience, enthusiasm, creativity,
Yes, all of those.
a sense of humor.
Absolutely.
Okay,
But it's also about showing that you can balance those qualities
right.
with the demands of the job.
Because teaching is not easy.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Right.
The guide mentions how teachers need to navigate standardized testing,
Ugh, yeah.
diverse learning needs,
Yeah.
and sometimes even challenging school politics,
Right.
all while staying true to themselves.
It sounds like a tall order.
It is.
Wow.
But that's what makes teaching such a rewarding profession.
Okay.
It's demanding,
Yeah.
but it's also incredibly fulfilling.
All right, on to a question that I know can be a bit intimidating,
Okay.
especially for those going for elementary positions.
Yeah.
What role does discipline play in teaching, and what's your approach?
That's a big one.
Yeah, this one comes up so often
Yeah.
because, let's face it, classroom management is essential.
Absolutely.
You can't have learning happening in a chaotic environment,
No way.
right? And every school might have different philosophies on discipline.
Sure.
So it's important to be prepared to talk about your specific approach.
Yeah, you want to show that you've thought about this carefully.
Right.
The guide gives a really good example
Okay.
that focuses on setting clear expectations
Okay.
and using a reward system
Mm-hmm.
to encourage positive behavior.
Yep.
So it's not about being punitive.
Right.
It's about creating a positive classroom culture.
Positive reinforcement.
Exactly.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit to another crucial aspect of
Mhm.
teaching.
Sure.
How do you incorporate parents/guardians into students' education,
Oh, that's a key one.
right?
This one comes up all the time.
Because building strong parent-teacher relationships
Yes.
is so valuable.
Schools love this question
They do.
because research shows
Mm-hmm.
that parental involvement is like a major factor in student success.
Right, when everyone's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
It creates a much more supportive learning environment
Absolutely.
for the student.
The guide really emphasizes clear communication
Okay.
and making parents feel like active participants in their child's learning.
Right, it's about building a partnership,
Yes.
not just sending home a report card.
Exactly. It's a team effort.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's tackle a question that can be kind of tricky. Have your lesson plans been affected by standardized testing at the state levels?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
This feels like a minefield.
It can be.
How do you answer honestly without
Yeah.
sounding like you're just teaching to the test?
Yeah, you don't want to sound like you're all about the test scores.
Exactly.
So it's a delicate balance.
Yeah.
The key is to acknowledge the reality of standardized tests,
Okay.
but also show that you're committed to creating a rich and engaging learning experience
Right.
that goes beyond just test prep.
So the guide's example talks about incorporating standards thoughtfully,
Yes.
but also building a robust curriculum that goes deeper.
Exactly. It's about showing you're a skilled and thoughtful educator
Right.
who can navigate these complexities.
Okay.
It's like walking a tightrope, but a good teacher can do it.
Okay, let's talk tech.
All right, let's get digital.
What do you believe is the role of technology in the classroom?
Ooh, big question.
I feel like this is constantly evolving.
It is. It changes all the time. And it's a topic that can spark a lot of debate.
For sure.
But what's exciting here is that you can talk about the amazing possibilities that technology offers,
Yeah.
but also the need for balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about replacing essential skills,
Oh, right.
but rather enhancing them.
The guide has a great point about setting expectations for appropriate tech use.
Oh, yeah, boundaries are key.
Right.
It's a tool, not a takeover.
Exactly.
It's your job to guide students
Yeah.
in using it effectively.
So true.
It's
Yeah.
about being intentional with technology.
Absolutely. Okay, so moving on to a question that gives you a real chance to shine.
Okay.
Tell me about your teaching philosophy.
Oh, yes, the big picture stuff.
This is where you get to talk about the heart of who you are as a teacher.
It feels like it gets to the heart of who you are as a teacher.
It is incredibly important to have a clear, well-articulated philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your guiding star, It
Right.
influences everything you do in the classroom. I love the example they give in the guide.
Oh, yeah.
It talks about a literature teacher who makes those classic works relatable by connecting them to modern events.
Oh, that's cool.
That's brilliant.
It is. It
Yeah.
shows you're not just teaching facts.
Right.
Or helping students make connections and find meaning.
Yeah.
You're fostering a love of learning,
That's what it's all about.
which is ultimately what we all want as teachers.
Okay, on to the next one.
Right.
How would your past students, peers, or administrators describe you?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
This one feels a bit tricky.
It can be.
It's easy to just brag, right?
Yeah, you don't want to just list a bunch of positive qualities.
Right.
It's about honesty and self-awareness.
Okay.
The interviewers are listening for genuine insight into how you see yourself
Yeah.
and how others perceive you.
So it's not just listing positive qualities, it's about backing them up
Exactly.
with real examples.
Show, don't tell.
The guide emphasizes that, right?
Yes. Give them a glimpse of what it's like to be in your classroom,
Mm-hmm.
to collaborate with you.
Okay.
Remember, actions speak louder than words,
So true.
and specific anecdotes can really bring those qualities to life.
Okay, we're in the home stretch with the interview questions.
Almost there.
Let's talk about the questions you ask at the end.
Yeah.
What questions do you have for us?
Don't underestimate the power of this moment.
Okay.
This is your chance to show that you're engaged,
Right.
thoughtful,
Mm-hmm.
and genuinely interested in the position.
It's so much more than just filling the silence.
It is. It's like turning the tables a little bit
Yeah.
and interviewing them.
Okay.
It
I like that.
shows that you've been listening,
Mm.
you're thinking critically,
Okay.
and you're eager to learn more.
The guide gives some great examples, like
Mhm.
asking about the school culture, the qualities they're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
the school's achievements, but it also encourages going deeper, right?
Absolutely. Ask about things that are truly important to you as a teacher.
Okay.
Maybe it's professional development opportunities, the school's approach to technology integration,
Right.
or how they support new teachers.
Okay.
This is your chance to gather information and see if this school is truly the right fit for you.
That's so empowering.
It is.
It's a reminder that this is a two-way street.
Yes.
You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
Exactly.
Now, beyond the specific questions and answers,
Yeah.
is there anything else you would recommend for someone prepping for a teacher interview? What's the secret sauce?
So the secret sauce.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a combination of authenticity, passion, and preparation.
Okay, I like that.
You've got to be genuine. Let your love for teaching shine through,
Yeah.
and do your homework on the school and the position.
Okay, it's like they can teach you the steps to the dance,
Hmm.
but it's up to you to bring your own style and energy.
Yes, that's a great analogy.
To the floor.
And remember, this Indeed guide is a fantastic resource,
Yeah.
but it's just the starting point.
Okay.
It's a springboard for you to dive deeper into your own experiences and values.
So it's like having a map, but you get to choose the route
Exactly.
and the stops along the way.
Use this information as inspiration.
Okay.
Tailor it to your unique strengths and go in there ready to rock that interview.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
but we're not quite done yet.
Oh, there's more.
The guide also has some excellent advice
Okay.
on how to prepare for the interview as a whole.
Yes.
Let's dig into that.
Right, let's do it.
So what are some of the key things that they suggest?
Well, first and foremost, research.
Thank you.
Research.
How to do your homework.
They really emphasize that you should thoroughly understand the school and the district.
Makes sense. You want to be able to talk intelligently about their mission, values, and goals.
Yes, it shows you're serious about the position.
And they go beyond just looking at the school website, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They suggest checking their social media, looking into the leadership team,
Okay.
and even trying to connect with people who work there.
Wow. So like reaching out to teachers or administrators for informational interviews?
Exactly.
That's going above and beyond.
It's a fantastic way to get an insider's perspective on the school culture.
Yeah.
And to ask any specific questions you might have.
That's a fantastic tip,
It shows initiative.
which is always a good thing.
Always a good thing.
Another thing the guide highlights is the importance of preparing thoughtful questions
Oh, yes.
to ask the hiring manager.
We touched on this earlier,
Yeah.
but it's worth emphasizing again.
Right. Those questions are your opportunity to show that you've done your homework and that you're genuinely interested in the position.
And they suggest using those questions to figure out if your core values align
Okay.
with the school's administration.
That makes sense.
For example, ask about their support for new teachers
Okay.
or their approach to professional development.
That's so smart.
It's like you're interviewing them, too,
Right.
making sure it's a good fit on both sides.
And finally, the guide stresses the importance of following up
Oh, yes.
with a thank you note after the interview.
Classic move.
Right.
But still so important.
It's a chance to reiterate your enthusiasm for the position and thank them for their time.
A simple gesture
Yeah.
that can make a big difference.
Ooh. Okay, those are some fantastic tips.
I hope so.
Feeling even more prepared now.
Good.
But we've talked a lot about the practical side of things. You know, the research, the questions.
Yeah, the nuts and bolts.
I'm wondering if there's something more,
Go ahead.
something intangible that makes a candidate truly stand out.
The X factor.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to a few key things.
Okay, let's hear them.
First, there's the power of storytelling.
Oh, I love that.
Weaving narratives into your answers can make them more memorable and engaging.
Stories have a way of like drawing people in.
They do.
Yep.
And making them feel connected to the speaker.
Exactly.
So instead of just stating facts,
Yeah.
try to illustrate your skills and experiences with vivid examples.
So for instance, when talking about your classroom management approach,
Yeah.
share a specific anecdote that demonstrates your effectiveness.
That makes so much sense.
Right. It brings your answers to life.
It does.
It makes you more relatable.
Absolutely. What else?
Okay, what else?
Another key element is showing genuine passion for teaching.
Yes. Let your enthusiasm shine through.
Talk about what excites you about working with students, about the subjects you love,
Okay.
about the impact you want to have.
Passion is contagious.
It is.
If you're excited about teaching, it'll rub off on the interviewer.
Exactly. And finally, I'd say it's important to be yourself.
Yes.
Don't try to fit into some preconceived mold
Yeah.
of what you think a perfect teacher should be.
Right.
Embrace your unique qualities
Okay.
and let your personality shine through.
Authenticity is always key. Always.
People can spot a fake a mile away.
They can?
So it's always better to be genuine and let your true self shine.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay.
Remember, teaching is a deeply personal profession.
Yeah?
So let that personal connection come through in your interview.
Okay, I'm feeling so inspired now.
Good.
But we haven't exhausted all the gems in this Indeed guide.
Oh, there's more.
They have a whole section on general teacher interview questions, right?
They do. They cover everything from your educational background to your hobbies outside the classroom.
Okay, so those might seem less specific to teaching,
They might.
but they're still important.
They are.
They give the interviewer a chance to get to know you as a person,
Exactly.
not just a teacher.
Not just a teacher.
And they can reveal hidden strengths and passions that might be relevant.
That's true.
So, for example, if you're an avid reader, that's a huge plus
Yeah.
in a language arts classroom.
Especially in a language arts classroom. Or if you're like a tech enthusiast, that
Yes.
could be valuable in a school that's going all in on technology integration.
Right, your passions can align with the school's needs.
Okay, so don't underestimate the power of those general questions.
No, they're important.
They can showcase your well-rounded personality and diverse interests.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm making a mental note to review that section carefully.
Good idea.
Now, what about questions related to your actual teaching experience
Oh, yeah.
and background?
That's another crucial area
Okay.
that the guide covers in detail.
So what kind of questions are we talking about here?
They have questions about your teaching style,
Okay.
your classroom management techniques,
Mm-hmm.
your approach to different learning styles,
Right.
your biggest challenges and successes.
Wow, that's comprehensive.
They've thought of everything,
It sounds like it.
and they provide thoughtful sample answers
Okay.
for each question,
That's great.
giving you a great framework for crafting your own responses.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to spend some time studying those examples.
Good idea.
But as helpful as they
Yeah.
are there any common pitfalls to avoid
Ooh, good question.
when answering these types of questions?
I'd say one common mistake is being too vague or general.
Okay.
You want to avoid cliches or buzzwords.
Right.
Instead, provide specific examples and anecdotes that illustrate your skills.
Show, don't tell.
Exactly. Give them concrete evidence
Right.
of your abilities.
Okay, what else?
Another pitfall is focusing too much on the negative.
Okay.
While it's important to acknowledge challenges,
Yeah.
don't dwell on them.
Right.
Instead, frame your answers positively,
Okay.
highlighting how you overcame obstacles and grew as a teacher.
That's a great point.
It's about showing resilience and a growth mindset,
Okay.
not dwelling on past mistakes.
Right. And finally, I'd say avoid being overly scripted
Oh, yeah.
or rehearsed.
You want to sound natural and conversational,
Right.
not like you're reciting a memorized speech.
Authenticity is key.
Always.
Right.
It's always better to speak from the heart
Mm-hmm.
than to sound like a robot.
Art. The interviewer wants to get to know the real you.
Exactly.
So let your personality and passion shine through.
Yes, let your light shine.
Okay, we've covered so much ground already.
I know, right?
But there's one more section in the Indeed guide we haven't talked about.
Ooh, what's that?
The in-depth teacher interview questions.
Ah, yes, the deep dive questions.
These are the questions that really dig deep
They do.
into your teaching philosophy, your problem-solving skills,
Yeah.
and your ability to handle challenging situations.
Like they really want to see what you're made of.
It's like the bonus round at the interview.
It is.
Where they really separate the good candidates from the great ones.
These questions often require you to think on your feet
Okay.
and show how you'd apply your knowledge and experience
Right.
to real-world scenarios.
Okay, so what are some examples of these in-depth questions?
They cover a wide range, from dealing with difficult students to integrating technology into the classroom
Okay, right.
to supporting diverse learners.
So they're trying to get a holistic view
Yes.
of your capabilities as a teacher.
They want to see the whole picture.
Yeah, and how you would handle the complexities of the job.
The nitty-gritty
Yeah.
of teaching.
I'm feeling a little intimidated now,
It's okay.
but also excited by the challenge.
That's the spirit.
All the time.
You've got this.
Yeah.
You've got the knowledge, the experience,
Yeah.
and the passion
Yeah,
to ace this interview.
you're right. Okay, so let's dive into some of these in-depth questions.
Okay, let's do it.
What's first on the list?
The first one is a classic.
Okay.
Describe a troubling student you've taught
Okay.
and what you did to get through to them.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It is.
Yeah, they're asking you to share a vulnerable moment,
Mm-hmm.
but also demonstrate your classroom management skills.
It's a tricky one.
Okay.
You want to avoid blaming the student
Right.
or sounding judgmental.
Yeah.
Focus on the steps you took to build a relationship with them,
Okay.
address their needs, and support their growth.
Turn a challenge into a learning experience.
Exactly.
For both of you.
For the student and for the teacher.
Yes, it showcases your problem-solving skills
Okay.
and your ability to connect with students on a personal level.
Okay. What's next?
The next one focuses on your professional development.
Okay.
Describe your professional development experience.
Lifelong learning is so important for teachers.
It is.
It's about staying current and expanding your skill set.
This question gives you a chance to highlight your commitment to professional growth.
So talk about the workshops, conferences,
Yeah.
courses, mentoring programs.
Yes, all of it.
That you've participated in.
Be specific.
Right.
Don't just list titles. Explain what you learned,
Yes.
and how it impacted your teaching.
Yeah.
And if you can connect your experiences to the school's needs,
Oh, that's a great idea.
that shows you're proactive
Mm-hmm.
and strategic.
It shows you're thinking ahead.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. In your approach to professional growth.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a great tip.
Yeah.
It demonstrates that you're actively seeking out opportunities to improve your teaching
Yes.
and benefit your students.
That's what it's all about.
Okay, so what's next?
Let's move on to another question that
Oh.
often comes up.
Right.
Explain your experience with a particular teaching strategy or technology.
Ooh. This one's all about showcasing your expertise.
It is.
It's a chance to highlight your innovative side
Mm-hmm.
and your ability to adapt to new trends in education.
Like, are you on the cutting edge of
Right.
education?
Okay, so choose a strategy or technology that you're passionate about
Mm-hmm.
and that aligns with the school's values and goals.
And then be specific.
Right.
Provide concrete examples of how you've implemented it in your classroom
Yeah.
and the results you've achieved.
So important.
Data speaks volumes.
Yes.
If you can quantify your results
Okay.
with student performance data or anecdotal evidence.
Numbers don't lie.
They don't.
All right, what's next on our in-depth list?
The next one focuses on technology integration.
Okay.
What plans do you have to integrate technology into your classroom?
Oh, this is huge.
Technology is such a hot topic in education these days.
Yeah.
Schools want teachers who are tech-savvy and can leverage those digital tools to enhance learning.
Absolutely.
So this question allows you to show that you're on the cutting edge
Right.
of educational technology.
And you know how to use it.
Talk about the specific tools and platforms you plan to use
Okay.
and how they align with the school's curriculum and tech infrastructure.
But it's also important to emphasize that technology is a tool,
Yes.
not a replacement for good teaching.
Absolutely. Technology should enhance, not replace,
Right.
the central teaching practices.
So focus on how you plan to use it to personalize learning.
Yes.
Differentiate instruction, promote collaboration,
Okay.
and engage students.
Those are all great points.
Right.
Technology can be such a powerful tool when used thoughtfully and intentionally.
Okay, now let's talk about collaboration.
All right, let's get collaborative.
What experience have you had with team teaching?
Okay,
Did you find it helpful?
that's a good one.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
It does.
It takes a village to raise a child,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes a team of educators to support a student's success.
This question lets you showcase your ability to work effectively with colleagues.
Okay.
Share your experiences with team teaching, highlighting the benefits and challenges.
And be honest.
Yes.
If you haven't had a lot of experience, acknowledge that, but express your enthusiasm for learning and collaborating,
Exactly.
if possible.
Yeah.
Connect your team teaching experiences to the school's structure.
Oh, good idea.
Like, for example, if they emphasize interdisciplinary learning, highlight how your team teaching experiences have prepared you to collaborate across subject areas.
That's a great point.
Right. It shows you're thinking about how your skills align with the school's approach to education.
Exactly.
Now, let's tackle a question that comes up a lot in teacher interviews.
Okay.
How will you approach different learning styles?
Differentiation.
Right.
It's a big one.
Every student learns differently,
Yes, they do.
and a great teacher can adapt their instruction
It's absolute.
to meet those individual needs.
It's all about meeting students where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this question gives you a chance to showcase your understanding of different learning styles
Okay.
and your ability to create a classroom that supports all learners.
Talk about the specific strategies you use to differentiate instruction,
Okay?
like providing multiple means of representation, offering choices and assignments,
Okay.
and using flexible grouping.
Right. And emphasize your commitment
Yes.
to creating an inclusive and welcoming learning environment for all students, regardless of their learning styles
Yes.
or abilities.
Every student deserves to feel supported and valued.
Okay, what's next on our in-depth question list?
The next one focuses on creativity.
Okay.
How will you encourage your students to express their creativity?
Oh, I love this one.
This is a fun one.
Creativity is such an essential skill.
Yes.
It's so important to nurture it in students.
Absolutely. This question lets you showcase your own creative side
Okay.
and your ability to inspire students to think outside the box.
So talk about the specific activities and projects you'd incorporate
Yeah.
that foster creativity.
Like open-ended projects, brainstorming sessions,
Yeah.
role-playing,
Yeah.
creative
Great.
writing.
And be sure to emphasize that you value student voice and choice.
Yes.
That you're willing to step back and let students take ownership of their learning.
That's so important.
It is.
Students are more engaged and invested when they feel like they have a say in their own learning.
Okay. Shifting gears slightly to another important topic.
Right.
How will you modify your teaching?
Okay.
To help students who are struggling with the subject or learning level?
That's a big one.
Every classroom has students who need extra support.
Yes. Every classroom.
And it's crucial for teachers to be able to provide that support effectively.
This question allows you to demonstrate your understanding of differentiated instruction and your commitment to meeting the needs of all learners.
Okay.
So talk about specific strategies you use to support struggling learners.
Okay, like what?
Like providing scaffolding, breaking down complex tasks, offering small group instruction, and using visual aids.
So it's about really like meeting them where they are.
Yes.
And providing that extra support.
And emphasize that you believe all students can learn and succeed, and that you're committed to finding ways to help every student reach their full potential.
It's about creating a classroom where every student feels supported and empowered to learn and grow.
Absolutely.
Okay. What's next on our list?
The next one focuses on supporting gifted learners.
Okay.
How will you support students with exceptional learning abilities?
So gifted students need just as much support as struggling learners.
Just in different ways.
Right. Yes,
you know?
Just in different ways.
This question lets you demonstrate your understanding of differentiation and your commitment to challenging all learners, including those who are ahead of the curve.
Talk about the strategies you use to support gifted learners.
Okay.
Like enrichment activities, opportunities for independent study, and connecting them with mentors or resources outside the classroom.
Those are all great ideas.
Right.
And emphasize that you believe all students deserve to be challenged and engaged. And that you're committed to finding ways to help everyone grow and learn at their own pace.
Okay, so it's about creating a learning environment that's stimulating and engaging.
Yes.
For all students.
For all students.
Regardless of their starting point.
Regardless of where they're at.
Okay, what's next on our list of in-depth questions?
This one focuses on student engagement and attendance.
Okay.
How would you approach a student who refuses to participate?
Okay.
Or who misses school often?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
It can be a tough one.
Every teacher's nightmare.
But it's a reality of the classroom.
It is. So it's good to have strategies.
No, it's good to be prepared.
Yeah.
This question lets you demonstrate your problem-solving skills.
Okay.
And your ability to connect with students who are disengaged or struggling.
Okay, so walk them through the specific steps you take.
Right.
Like reaching out to the student individually, involving parents or guardians.
Okay.
Connecting them with SMART services. Or modifying assignments to be more relevant or engaging.
Those are all great strategies.
And it's important to emphasize that you believe every student deserves a chance to succeed.
Absolutely.
And that you're willing to go the extra mile to help them overcome obstacles.
Okay.
And engage with learning.
It's about showing that you're not just a teacher.
Right.
You're an advocate for your students.
Yes. A champion for their success.
Exactly.
Okay, what's next on our list?
This one tests your ability to adapt and learn from your teaching.
Oh, okay.
If the majority of your class failed a test project or assignment, what would you do?
Oh, that's a real test of your teaching skills.
It is.
It's easy to panic when
Yeah.
students aren't performing well.
You might feel like you failed.
Right. But it's important to stay calm
Yes.
and analyze the situation carefully.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Take a deep breath
Right.
and figure out what went wrong. So this question gives you a chance to demonstrate your ability to reflect
Okay.
on your teaching practices. Identify areas for improvement
Yeah.
and make adjustments to support learning.
So it's about taking responsibility
Yes.
and being willing to learn from your mistakes.
Absolutely nobody's perfect.
So
We all make mistakes.
talk about the specific steps you would take.
Okay.
Like reviewing the assessment to ensure it aligns with learning objectives.
Okay.
Reteaching the material, providing additional practice opportunities,
Right.
or offering differentiated support to students who are struggling.
And emphasize that you believe in continuous improvement
Yes.
and that you're willing to make adjustments to better serve your students.
It's all about growth,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, it's about showing that you're not afraid to learn and grow as a teacher.
Exactly.
Now on to a more philosophical question.
All right, let's get deep.
What would you like your students to take from their learning experience with you?
Ooh, the legacy question. This is about the lasting impact
It is.
you want to have as a teacher.
What do you want them to remember
Right.
5 years from now?
Yeah.
You know?
It's like your teaching mission statement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is your
So
human.
it's about the human element. Teaching is about connecting with people, and that connection should shine through in your interview.
Right. Like they want to see that spark that makes you a great teacher.
That's totally like your sense of humor, your ability to connect with kids on their level, your passion for a particular subject. Those things might not be on the standard question list.
Yeah. Sometimes the most important qualities don't show up on a resume.
Right. So think about what makes you stand out. What do you bring to the classroom that they might not even know to ask about?
Good point.
Yeah.
You have to showcase your strengths.
And then find a way to weave those qualities into your answers, even if it's not a direct response to the question.
I love that it's like finding those little moments to let your personality shine through.
Yeah, within the structure of the interview.
Right. Because in the end, they're not just hiring a set of qualifications.
Right.
They're hiring a person, and that person is you.
That's such a great reminder. It's about being authentic and letting your passion for teaching shine through.
You got it.
And remember, even if you stumble a bit in the interview,
Oh, yeah.
it's okay.
Everyone gets nervous.
Right. What matters most is that you come across as genuine, enthusiastic, and passionate about making a difference in students' lives.
That's what they're looking for.
I think that's the perfect note to end on.
Yeah.
We've covered so much in this deep dive, but ultimately it's about believing in yourself
Mm-hmm.
and the amazing teacher you are.
You've got this. Go in there and show them what you're made of.
And remember that Indeed guide we talked about has tons more helpful information. So definitely check it out if you want to dive even deeper into teacher interview prep.
It's a fantastic resource for anyone getting ready for those interviews.
Okay, that's our deep dive on teacher interview prep. We hope this has given you the confidence and the tools to absolutely crush those interviews.
Good luck out there.
And one final thought to leave you with: what unique qualities do you bring to the classroom that might not be on those typical interview question lists? How can you weave those into your answers to truly stand out? Keep that in mind as you prepare and go rock those interviews.